hungry. The final thing is we got to do what? We got to sell where? Out. We got to sell out. Let me see the symbol for sell out. Now, that's the term we use all the time in sports, any man stuff, military, battle, fighting. We always talk about sell out. Who's heard that before? Sell out, fellas. Leave it all on the field. Give it everything you got. We use these terms all the time, but honestly, especially in sports, most of us don't know what it feels like to sell out. Most of us don't. You hadn't even played your best game yet. That should break your heart. You hadn't even played your best game. You hadn't had your best drill yet because you refused to sell out. You're saving some, and I don't know why. God, you only get one life to live. I got a good friend of mine. We were together in Atlanta. He's a business owner, former athlete. He said, Shep, can I holler at you for a minute? I said, cool, man. What's up, my dude? He said, man, you're a passionate dude, man. I'm glad we're friends. I'm inspired a lot by you. Can I talk to you about something personal? I said, cool, what's up, man? He said, Shep, do you know that I've never sold out for anything in my entire life? And I'm looking at him trying to understand what it means, and I see he gets choked up. He said, Shep, man, you don't understand. I've never sold out for anything in my entire life. So you don't understand it's a problem, but this man is a husband. This man is a business owner. He's a father. He's an athlete. Maybe worst of all, he's a Christian. And he just admitted to me with a passion I can't deny that he has never sold out for anything in his entire life. He said, Shep, man, sometimes when I'm heading home, I just drive around the block wondering if my marriage would be on the rocks right now, if I ever would have sold out as a husband. He said, Shep, sometimes I wonder if my kids would be so screwed up, if I ever would have sold out as a father. Shep, I think about those seasons, man, and wonder if we could have won the big game. Wonder how good of a student I could have been. Wonder how spectacular of an athlete I could have been. If I ever would have sold out on the football field or in the classroom. He said, Shep, man, I wonder how God could have used me by this time in my life if I ever would have sold out as a follower of Jesus Christ. Young man, it's one thing to get your eyes right, your mind right, to stay hungry. But at the end of the day, it comes down to giving everything you got. See, God so loved the world that he gave his best. It was his son. His son so loved us that he gave his best. It was his life. Fellas, the model has been set for us. If you want to truly be successful, it's more than your focus, it's more than your decisions, it's more than even hard work. You got to sell out. You got to give everything. If I was you, I wouldn't finish my high school career wondering how special my high school experience could have been if I ever would have sold out. If I was you, I wouldn't live this life wondering what kind of difference I could have made, what kind of voice I could have sounded, what kind of impact I could have had if I ever would have sold out. If I was you, I wouldn't leave this summer wondering what kind of steps forward towards success I could have made if I ever would have sold out. If I was you, I wouldn't leave this clinic, this camp. I wouldn't leave this day. I wouldn't lay my head down tonight wondering what could have, would have, should have been if I ever would have took that big dude with that beard seriously. Oh, if I would have took him seriously. If I was you, I wouldn't leave this cafeteria wondering what could have been. It's me personally. I'm talking to all y'all, but I'm talking to you personally. You personally. Yeah, let me see y'all. I'm talking to you personally. If I was you, I wouldn't leave this cafeteria wondering what could have been if I would have sold out. Let's see who's paying attention. Who here knows the symbol for sell out? Somebody show it to me. Do you notice? And I got 2 degrees, but you notice I didn't put my hand on my head and say sell out. I mean, I'm past my days, man, but I get out of the weight room every now and then. I can still do a little damage. But you notice I didn't make a muscle and say sell out. I got to give the gab, and I can talk a little bit, you understand? I got a little game. I had to get the bride I got, you understand what I'm saying? But you notice I didn't put my hand on my mouth and say sell out. And man, I'm not the richest dude around, man, but the Lord done blessed me. I got a couple dollars. But you notice I didn't even pull my wallet out and say sell out. It's because everybody in this room, no matter where you're from, everybody here knows that the place that you really sell out from is from your will. All right. And that's why I'm here. And that's why we're at this point of this talk. Because the reality is your coaches, if they've had you long enough, they can tell if you got your eyes right, if you focus. Your coaches, they can break that film down and they can tell if you got your mind right, if your head's in the game. Truth is, if they've been around you long enough, they can tell if you're coasting or if you're still staying hungry and grinding every day. The one question they cannot answer for you, and nobody can answer for you, men, is if you sold out. So one question that you got to deal with the man in the mirror. You got to hold yourself accountable to that. Only you can answer that question. I can guess, but only you know for sure. If you gave everything, don't cheat your teammates. Don't cheat your family. Don't cheat the Savior. Don't cheat yourself. He's given us so much. They've given you so much. They give you so much. Don't cheat yourself. And later in life, be wondering. Because the truth is, once it's over, fellas, it's over, man. These coaches will tell you, sometimes we'll give anything to get one more snap. But the reality is, once it's over, when that book is closed, it's closed. I wouldn't leave this time in my life wondering what could have been if I would have sold out, fellas. Don't cheat yourself, fellas. Make a decision. Get your eyes right. Get your mind right. These are things that you don't do once. It's a daily process. Make sure you stay hungry. And above all else, you got to make sure that you do what? You got to sell out. You got to sell out.